Chosen one. The strange thing about moments that feel like warnings is that they rarely arrive with sirens or flashing red lights. Instead, they slip into your awareness like a whisper behind your back, or a shadow that doesn't quite match your movement. And for the chosen ones, those who find themselves entangled in threads of fate that no one else can see, the warnings are even stranger, arriving not as simple alerts, but as symbolic messages wrapped in numbers, signs, and people who appear suddenly at the crossroads of your life. In this case, the message comes through something most people see as mundane, even boring. A lawyer, because when a lawyer is after you, and you sense it has nothing to do with ordinary life but everything to do with a deeper, hidden unfolding, you begin to realize that your story is not following the usual script. You feel something has been opened, perhaps 2 doors, 2 paths, 2 timelines, and the weight of that realization follows you everywhere. This video you're watching now will reveal the deeper meaning behind this strange alignment, so I encourage you to stay until the very end. And while you are here, take a moment and write down in the comments your warmest, most heartfelt wishes along with the number 66. This moment is about allowing your intentions to breathe, about energizing the universe with your clarity and your sincerity. This is the only place in this entire narrative where we will speak about wishes directly, but let it be powerful enough to ripple through everything that comes next. Now, let us continue into the unfolding story and the message that awaits you within it. Chosen one, your destiny awaits. Click the hype button, like this video, subscribe, and walk with us into the light. When a chosen one is confronted by an unexpected legal threat, especially one that seems to materialize out of nowhere, it is rarely about paperwork or disputes in the ordinary sense. Instead, it is almost always symbolic. In this case, the symbol of a lawyer after you is deeply connected to the idea of judgment, balance, evaluation, and the weighing of choices you've made across 2 different energetic openings. The phrase, "because you have 2 open now," is not referring to something literal like 2 cases or 2 accounts, but 2 channels in your life. These might be 2 opportunities, 2 pathways you activated, 2 destinies running parallel, or 2 choices that have both been left unresolved. And when a chosen one activates more than 1 path at the same time, the universe often sends a figure, represented here metaphorically as a lawyer, to force you to confront what you have opened. The lawyer symbolizes the role of cosmic examiner, the observer who stands between you and the consequences of your dual openings. This figure appears whenever you are stepping into a period of alignment where you must account for what you have allowed into your life. This is not punishment. It is recalibration. When you open 2 portals of possibility at once, the universe responds by presenting you with a situation that feels like scrutiny, as though you are being asked to defend your intentions, your desires, and your current direction. The chosen ones often feel this pressure before they even understand where it comes from. They may not literally be receiving letters or phone calls, but they sense the presence of someone, something, watching, analyzing, waiting for the moment to intervene. Imagine walking with the sense that decisions you made months or even years ago are resurfacing, demanding that you face them. The lawyer in this symbolic world becomes the embodiment of accountability, the figure who stands in the threshold of the 2 things you opened, 2 paths, 2 commitments, 2 internal desires that contradict each other, 2 identities that cannot coexist much longer. The chosen ones often carry duality within them for longer than necessary, because they feel responsible for maintaining harmony across multiple realities. But when the duality becomes too strong, the universe sends an agent of balance to ensure the next step will be taken consciously. There is something powerful about the number 2 when it appears in the life of a chosen one. 1 represents singularity, stability, focused energy, and certainty. 2 represents expansion, division, and the splitting of fate into mirrored options. When you open 2 energetic portals, you essentially begin 2 different transformations at once. This creates internal tension. One part of you is moving in one direction, and another part is being pulled elsewhere. The universe does not see this as a mistake. It sees it as a declaration of readiness, but readiness must be proven. That is why the lawyer archetype emerges, to push you toward clarity, to ask, what are you choosing, and what must you release? What makes this moment even more intense is that the chosen ones are often unaware of how powerful their openings truly are. A chosen one's intentions carry amplified weight, and when they initiate 2 simultaneous expansions, 2 emotional awakenings, 2 opportunities, 2 soul-level decisions, the energy they release becomes impossible to ignore. It reverberates through circumstances, through relationships, and through symbolic messengers. This lawyer after you energy is not about fear. It is about facing the truth of what you've begun. Something is ready to be resolved. Something is ready to be finalized. Something is ready to be chosen. The chosen ones often walk through life with a sense of being observed, evaluated, or monitored, even if they cannot quite explain why. This is because their spiritual, emotional, and intuitive expansions do not happen quietly. When a chosen one reaches a point where 2 energetic doors are open, the universe sends signs to ensure they cannot pretend everything is as it was. You might feel this as sudden pressure, strange dreams, unexpected messages, or the presence of someone whose attention feels both unsettling and clarifying. This is the moment where the symbolic lawyer steps forward, not to condemn, but to highlight the choices that stand before you. Many of the chosen ones are currently experiencing this strange sensation, as if they are being pursued, not by danger, but by a confrontation they have avoided. This confrontation may involve emotions you haven't processed, relationships you haven't fully defined, opportunities you haven't committed to, or versions of yourself you haven't chosen between. These dual openings must be brought into harmony, and the lawyer is the catalyst. You cannot walk 2 paths forever. The universe, through this symbolic messenger, is urging you to close one door so the other may open more fully. Think of this moment as a cosmic negotiation. You are being asked to declare your intentions. The dual openings have served their purpose. They showed you what was possible. Now the universe needs you to decide which possibility is meant to become reality. The longer a chosen one avoids choosing, the louder the signs become. That pressure, that presence, that sense of something closing in is not a threat, but an invitation. The lawyer is not your enemy. The lawyer is the embodiment of the moment where your inner world must align with your outer reality. For many chosen ones, this experience comes during a time of major transition. You might feel as though everything has accelerated. Conversations seem more intense. Interactions feel charged. Opportunities appear suddenly. Old patterns break apart. All of this is because the 2 openings you activated are now intersecting, creating a powerful energetic convergence. The lawyer archetype emerges at this point to ensure that your next step is made with awareness and precision. As you move through this moment, You may notice that certain people around you are behaving differently. Some may become distant. Others may become unexpectedly close. Some may challenge you, while others may offer surprising support. These shifts are not random. They are part of the recalibration. When the chosen ones open two portals, the universe reorganizes their environment to reflect the path they are leaning toward. This can feel disorienting because the chosen ones are sensitive to subtle energies, and the shifting currents around them become almost overwhelming. You might also find that things you tried to ignore are resurfacing with urgency. Responsibilities you set aside, emotions you repressed, truths you avoided, all of them seem to rise at once, demanding attention. This is not coincidence. It is the universe's way of supporting your transition. The lawyer archetype presses you to settle unresolved matters so you may enter the next phase of your life without fragmentation. There is also an element of timing woven into this moment. The chosen ones are not simply experiencing internal shifts. They are aligning with external forces that are moving rapidly. When two openings are active, the universe accelerates events to bring you to the crossroads more quickly. This acceleration can feel intense, but it is designed to propel you toward clarity. You cannot linger between two worlds indefinitely. You are being pushed toward the version of yourself that is ready to emerge. Some chosen ones might interpret this pursuing energy as a warning of something negative, but in reality, it is a sign of impending breakthrough. The more you feel the presence of the symbolic lawyer, the closer you are to a moment of resolution. And resolution brings freedom. It brings expansion. It brings the manifestation of what you have quietly hoped for but never fully believed could become real. As you navigate this moment, remember that you are not being punished for opening two portals. You are being guided toward choosing the one that aligns with your purpose. The chosen ones often carry an innate sense of responsibility, feeling as though every decision must serve others as well as themselves. But this is a moment where the universe is asking you to choose from the depth of your own soul. The lawyer archetype stands between the two openings, holding the scales, waiting for you to declare which path is truly yours. This moment will require courage. It will require honesty. It will require stepping into a future that may feel unfamiliar at first. But it will also bring relief, clarity, and an energy shift so profound that the pressure you feel now will dissolve into momentum. The chosen ones are not meant to live their lives divided. They are meant to walk with intention, with power, with the full force of their destiny behind them. And once the choice is made, once the two openings become one, the lawyer figure fades, the scrutiny dissolves, the tension lifts. You step into alignment with a level of certainty and protection that only the chosen ones truly understand. What once felt like a pursuit transforms into guidance. What once felt like pressure becomes clarity, and the path ahead becomes illuminated with the purpose you were always meant to fulfill. When the presence of the symbolic lawyer lingers around a chosen one for more than a moment, the chosen one often begins to sense subtle shifts in the atmosphere around them. These shifts are not physical in the ordinary sense. They are energetic, intuitive, almost like a change in temperature that others cannot detect. It may feel as though the air becomes heavier with expectation, or that the quiet moments of your day contain an unusual awareness, pressing gently but persistently against the edges of your mind. This is the stage where the universe is preparing you to confront the two open channels in your life more directly. The energy is building, gathering weight, because something significant is approaching. At this stage, chosen ones often experience a deep internal restlessness. They may find it difficult to sit still, or they may catch themselves pacing without realizing it. the mind begins to race, not with fear, but with anticipation. You may find old memories resurfacing without warning. Memories tied to decisions you made long ago, decisions that opened one of the two energetic portals now demanding your attention. You might also recall conversations that once seemed unimportant, but now feel strangely relevant. These memories are not random, they are clues. Each one is connected to the unresolved threads that the symbolic lawyer is urging you to address. You might even experience vivid dreams during this period. Some chosen ones describe dreams where they are being questioned, evaluated, or guided through situations that require them to make a choice. Others dream of standing at a crossroads, with two paths stretching before them, each carrying a different emotional weight. These dreams may feel more real than ordinary dreams, almost as though they are occurring in a parallel plane. This is because, in many ways, they are. The chosen ones walk in both the physical world and the energetic world, and when two portals are open, the boundary between these worlds becomes thin. The lawyer archetype uses both planes to communicate. In waking life, you might also feel as though time itself is behaving strangely. Some moments seem to pass faster than usual, while others stretch and linger. Delays appear at unexpected times, or progress accelerates in areas where you did not expect movement. These distortions in timing are not accidental. They are indicators that the two energetic openings are pulling on your timeline. Each path has its own rhythm, its own timing, its own set of consequences. The universe is aligning events so you can see which timeline resonates with your true direction. Another sign that the lawyer energy is intensifying is the sudden appearance of obstacles or tests. These may manifest as difficult conversations, misunderstandings, challenges at work, emotional triggers, or interruptions to your usual routines. While these experiences can be frustrating, they serve a vital purpose. They highlight what is no longer aligned with the path you are meant to choose. They expose what must be released. They reveal the parts of your life that cannot continue into the next phase. The lawyer archetype forces these truths to the surface because the chosen ones often hold on to things longer than they should. And yet, even in the midst of these challenges, chosen ones frequently notice an unusual increase in clarity. It's as if the more intense the pressure becomes, the sharper their perception grows. You may suddenly see through situations with a level of insight you didn't realize you had. You recognize the motives of people around you, even when they try to mask them. You understand the broader implications of your choices. You sense which path is closing and which is opening. This clarity is not random. It is a gift given to you precisely because you are being guided through a pivotal moment in your journey. The presence of the symbolic lawyer also brings a heightened awareness of truth. Chosen ones often find themselves unable to tolerate dishonesty during this period. Not only dishonesty from others, but dishonesty within themselves. If there are areas of your life where you have been pretending, compromising, or minimizing your desires, the lawyer energy will bring these areas to light. You may feel compelled to speak truths you once avoided, or to admit feelings you pushed aside. This stage can be emotionally intense because it requires vulnerability, but it also brings liberation. Truth, once acknowledged, begins the process of alignment. During this stage, many chosen ones also notice changes in their relationships. Some people drift away naturally, as though the energetic distance has become too great to ignore. Others become more present, offering unexpected support or guidance. Some individuals reveal parts of themselves you did not see before, and these revelations help you understand which path they belong to in your life. When two portals are open, the universe reorganizes your connections to reflect your next stage. The lawyer figure oversees this reorganization, ensuring that the people who remain are those who resonate with the chosen path. There is also an emotional weight that becomes increasingly noticeable, the feeling that something big is coming. Chosen ones often describe it as a pressure in the chest or a heaviness in the stomach, not caused by anxiety, but by the magnitude of what is shifting. You can sense that the moment of decision is approaching. It's like standing at the top of a hill right before the descent begins. The symbolic lawyer is the force guiding you to this edge. The closer you get, the more intensely you feel the buildup. And yet, amid the tension, there is an undeniable sense of power awakening within you. You might feel more confident than usual, more willing to take risks, more open to transformation. This surge of energy occurs because the two openings are intensifying your internal charge. When portals are open, possibilities multiply. The lawyer figure does not come to diminish your power, but to help you harness it. You are being prepared for a leap, one that requires strength, conviction, and trust. As the process continues, the universe begins bringing symbolic patterns into your surroundings. These might include repeated numbers, recurring words, songs that contain messages relevant to your crossroads, or symbols connected to balance, judgment, or duality. These signs are not coincidence. They are reminders that you are being guided through a transformative evaluation. The lawyer presence is not only within you, but around you, shaping the environment to reflect your inner journey. The closer you move toward the resolution of the two openings, the more you will notice a shift in your own behavior. You may feel drawn to clean, reorganize, or remove clutter from your space. You might feel compelled to revisit old messages, rewrite plans, or structure things that once felt overwhelming. These actions are not merely practical, they are energetic. You are preparing for one of the paths to close, and the actions you take in your environment mirror the alignment occurring within you. There is also a deep emotional release that often accompanies this stage. You might find yourself crying unexpectedly, not out of sadness, but out of the clearing of old emotional residue. Or you may feel sudden waves of calm, as though a quiet voice within you is saying that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. This emotional movement is a sign that the lawyer energy is pushing old energy out of the way. You cannot step into your chosen path while carrying unresolved emotional weight from the past. As the chosen ones move toward the final stage of this unfolding, the universe begins to reveal glimpses of what lies on the other side of the decision. These glimpses may come through intuition, flashes of insight, or sudden realizations. You may catch yourself imagining a version of your life that feels lighter, clearer, or more aligned. These visions are not fantasies. They are previews. They are meant to guide you toward the path that resonates with your soul. The symbolic lawyer is holding the scales, showing you that the choice you must make is not between good and bad, but between alignment and fragmentation. In these final moments of Part 2, it becomes clear that the pressure you feel is a sign of transformation, not danger. The symbolic lawyer is not here to punish, but to direct. You are being asked to choose not through fear, but through truth. And the moment you choose, the shift will begin. Swift, profound, and unmistakable. As the chosen one continues moving through this intense period of energetic review, something begins to shift beneath the surface. Subtle at first, then gradually unmistakable. The symbolic lawyer, once felt as pressure and external scrutiny, begins merging with an inner voice of discernment. It becomes clear that this entire experience is not simply about being observed by a cosmic force, but about awakening the aspect of yourself capable of standing in absolute truth. The lawyer is not just a messenger from the universe. It is a reflection of your highest self, the part of you that refuses to be fragmented, confused, or divided any longer. This realization marks a turning point, where the pressure begins to transform into clarity. During this stage, many chosen ones start noticing a shift in their inner dialogue. Thoughts become sharper, more defined. You find yourself confronting ideas you once avoided, because now the energy of avoidance is impossible to sustain. The two open portals in your life are no longer abstract concepts. They take shape through clear contrasts. One path feels heavy, outdated, and tied to obligations or versions of yourself that no longer resonate. The other path feels alive, expansive, and aligned with the person you are becoming. Even if the second path is uncertain or intimidating, it carries an undeniable sense of rightness. This internal dialogue becomes stronger with each passing day. You may find yourself revisiting decisions that led to one of the openings, questioning whether the motives behind them were rooted in truth or fear. The lawyer archetype amplifies these reflections, pushing you to examine the foundation of each path. One of the greatest illusions that chosen ones often fall into is the belief that they must maintain every opportunity, relationship, or direction they've ever invested in. But the lawyer energy cuts through that illusion, revealing that maintaining everything is the same as choosing nothing. You must choose which of the two portals aligns with your destiny. As this clarity intensifies, the universe supports the process by removing distractions. Things that once tempted you lose their appeal. Situations that once confused you suddenly reveal their true essence. People who once had influence over your emotions begin to lose that power. This is not because you are becoming cold or detached, but because the energetic permission that allowed those things to affect you is being revoked. The chosen ones reach a point where only alignment can survive. The symbolic lawyer enforces this law of the soul, cutting ties to anything that would pull you off your destined path. In this stage, you may also notice an increase in intuitive messages arriving unexpectedly. You may overhear a conversation that answers a question you've been thinking about. You might see a symbol that confirms a feeling you've had for weeks. You may even have moments where your inner voice speaks so clearly that it almost feels external. These intuitive flashes are not random. They are the universe's way of guiding you toward the decision that will resolve the dual openings. The lawyer archetype works through synchronicity, ensuring that you cannot misinterpret the signs meant for you. Some chosen ones also experience moments of intense resistance during this period. This resistance often appears as fear, worry, or confusion, even though the chosen one logically understands the direction they must take. The resistance is not a sign that you're on the wrong path. It is a sign that you are approaching breakthrough. Resistance arises when the old self senses it is about to dissolve. The symbolic lawyer intensifies this resistance momentarily, not to hinder you, but to ensure you face the remnants of your old identity directly. You cannot carry fear into the new path, so fear must reveal itself before the transition completes. In the world of energy, moments of resistance are often followed by sudden release after a period of emotional tension. Chosen ones typically experience a moment of clarity so profound that it feels like stepping out of a fog. This clarity may come while you are walking, resting, working, or even in the middle of a conversation. Something within you simply shifts, and you know, without hesitation, what must be done. This moment is the first true interaction between your conscious self and the decision the universe has been preparing you to make. The lawyer presence stands beside you, acknowledging that you have reached an important milestone. Once this clarity settles in, the chosen ones often begin to take small but meaningful steps toward the path that resonates with them. These steps might be external actions, like ending a commitment, making a phone call, starting a project, or rethinking a relationship. Or they might be internal choices, like releasing a belief, accepting a truth, or letting go of guilt for wanting what you truly desire. Each step sends a message to the universe. You are choosing. The lawyer archetype recognizes these signals and begins shifting your internal timeline accordingly. As you take these steps, the energy around you shifts, opening doors that were once hidden and smoothing obstacles that once felt heavy. The lawyer archetype becomes a subtle guide, showing where your choices align with your true path. Each action, no matter how small, strengthens your connection to the path you are meant to follow, turning clarity into movement and intention into reality.